Alhaji Mahmood Othman is still here with us, and we're looking at the accounts that the state government had, because it wasn't in the media as such. What was predominant was how they were abducted, how some escaped. But, okay, I'm getting information that Mr. Sabo Kiana can hear us, so I have to give it another shot. Mr. Kiana, are you optimistic that this meeting is holding and it will give us a new verve in our fight to sort this insurgency out? Okay, let's get back to that, one here. Well, the account that the governor's spokesman gave us was maybe left to the entire security outfit, they would have just moved them away from there. Because if the people in Chibok said, no, leave them here, and the governor having a human face said, okay, if that's what you want, well, we'll be on alert, because we don't imagine that he will just sit back and not do anything. But this caught them unawares.
Okay, so if that was the good intention of His Excellency the Governor, and whether it is the PTA, Parent Teachers Association of that place, or it is some local chieftain, say, I'll leave them alone. So, all right, what did you do now to guarantee their security? Because it doesn't look like maybe the only security in the place was what the local people call Megad.
One of the, sorry to interrupt you, Alhaji, but if you also look at the mode of attack, it wasn't like they came shooting and spraying bullets at these children as they did in Bonunyadi. From what we hear, there was an art of deception. They came in army outfits and, even their vehicles and what have you, and, give a very, very convincing story of how, they're going to save these girls. And willingly, they loaded the children into the vehicles and they left. I think it was just about that time it occurred to them that, something had gone all right. So do you think that it's just about the attackers getting even smarter, possibly studying the environment, understanding what will work in a particular environment and what wouldn't, and, cashing in on the situation?
Well, it has been the old story. Mm-hmm. The power that we don't want to be corrected, they don't want anybody to tell the truth. But whoever the terrorists are, there are many, many kilometers ahead of our uniformed security people. How can you justify attacking United Nations headquarters in Abuja, attacking police headquarters of Nigeria in Abuja, First Infantry Mechanized Division Kaduna, Air Force Base Kaduna, Jaji, Command and Staff College, and picking anything they like, they go for it? How do you explain the attack in Kano on 20th January 2012? Between 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., 7 formations, police headquarters, Assistant Inspector General of Police General Command, SSS office, Immigration office, everyone, they went there. Whoa. So where are we? What do we do? So if some bunch of criminals will come in army uniform into a school, how did they come there? There's a curfew.
You were talking before the news, and you said reconnaissance, yes. And you were going to say something on that. Can we start on that train of thought again?
It is the duty of security anywhere in the world to foresee something coming, to go on their own, looking for trouble when there is no trouble, so that they can nip it in the bud when it comes. So if you are under state of emergency and the formation, a whole division was created because of this in that corner of Nigeria. There was a whole new division, the armed division. And then you have what you call Joint Task Force. The army, the air force, the police, the whatever, state security, they're all there doing their own thing. How come some bunch of criminals will now dress like you when there is no movement anywhere from 10 to 6 a.m., there is no movement anywhere. So how do they penetrate, even if it is one person? In Lagos, when they are doing environmental, psychologically you stay at home even if you have nothing to do. You have somewhere to go, but the fear of the unknown, the security, you may be picked for not staying at home to clean your environment. That is ordinary thing, civilian initiative. How about a place under state of war? Then these people will sneak in the night.
Because
With a lot of vehicles.
these are the kinds of
That
questions.
their movement does not attract anybody's attention.
Alhaji Othman, these are the kinds of questions we should be asking so that at least we can see if we can unravel some of the puzzles here. And I'm sure that's what the presidency and the team of governors and security chiefs tried to do yesterday, because we were almost heating up the polity with statements, counter statements from politicians, from X this and X that, yes, to quote you. And we just realized that like yourself and every other Nigerian, would be in dire strait if we don't sit down and actually see an end to this. Going from that particular meeting and with this question you just raised, what would you expect us to start doing, especially the military authorities as well as the people in those localities?
Well, the people in that locality, they have done everything possible at their own level. After all, they even donated themselves as civilian joint task force. And they have been pointing out their suspected or perceived members of Boko Haram. And because they are not protected, Boko Haram, who has superior intelligence information, now went back and picked those people who pointed accusing finger at them and dealt with them. Many of them were killed, many of them, some of them went into exile, ran to another town. These people still pursue them either to Kaduna or to Kano and kill them there. So what is going on? Now, first of all, I am one of those, maybe I am the only one out of all Nigerians who doesn't believe something called forest border. That's not like that. But there are forest brains that cannot retain anything.
So no excuses.
No, there's no excuse. I mean, 1,600 kilometers Nigeria-Cameroon border, you cannot go and mess them up there. But you come to Nigeria, we have forest border. 1,533 kilometers, Nigeria-Niger border, where River Niger comes into Nigeria, all the way to where you meet Lake Chad. That was Nigeria-Niger border. And Niger people, the whole Niger was no bigger than, in terms of population, was no bigger than Kano and Katsina states put together. But you cannot go there. Just cross, pick any bush you like, any desert, cross there, 30 minutes, Jandam will pick you. So we say, oh no, they are coming, they are taking our people across. Even Sheka was, we claim that we wounded him, he went to Cameroon, died in a hospital there, which came to not to be true. Now we say, we have rescued so and so. They come back and swallow their words. It didn't happen. So somebody is not doing his job, but we are shy to deal with anybody. So the armed forces, whoever is responsible for securing that corner of Nigeria, they must wake up and do their thing. The power that to be must take care of the welfare of those soldiers who are there, because they are not really being taken care of. Some people may deny it, but I had a program where these people testify on their own.
But the Minister of Defense, State for Defense, Chamberlain, I know we have to go back to Abuja. He was seated in that same, on that same seat, and he said, well, he interacted with them even on the field, and the story or the report he got was that that's not true, that they're well taken care of.
But what do you expect anybody in power to say? He doesn't have the freedom to talk like me. I'm a free bird. What I see is what I don't have any interest anywhere. I'm not looking for anything from anybody. But what I see is what I'm going. My conscience will not allow me to hold information.
Okay, let's also try Jibrin Sabo Kiana to see if he's also a free bird, because, I mean, we don't have any reason not to try again, since there'll be no excuse for any quarters. Can you hear us now, Mr. Sabo Kiana?